Hi guys and welcome to TechBased. In this video we're going to talk about the latest Windows 11 Insider preview build for the experimental channel, and we're talking about the preview builds for 26H2. In this video we are talking about the build 26300.8346. As I said, an enablement package for version 26H2, and you can always see that if you go to update history, then scroll down to uninstall updates, and here you're going to notice that this is a feature enablement for Windows Germanium 26H2 Insider refresh. So in this video, as always, we're going to talk about everything that is new, that has changed, new features, and other fixes that were applied in this build. And if you enjoy videos like these, please don't forget to leave a like below and also subscribe to TechBased channel with the notification bell activated so that you won't miss any future uploads like this one. So let's begin with the video. As part of Microsoft's effort to make Windows 11 less bloated and less distracting by having a lot of ads and other stuff, Microsoft has started to make changes related to widgets. They are calling this widgets is quiet by default. So starting with this build, you're going to notice that there will be certain changes in some new default settings related to widgets so that Windows will reduce unexpected alerts and visual interruptions. So what are these changes? We can notice them inside the settings section of widgets. First of all, open on hover opens when hovering on the taskbar icon is automatically turned off by default. Also, taskbar badging is turned off by default, and also Microsoft will open to the widgets experience on the first launch. So this is the first launch experience. Basically, it's going to open to widgets, not on Discover, where you're going to have all the ads, all the news, and so on. And also, Microsoft will limit taskbar alerts until you choose to open and engage with the widgets experience. So I think that is really nice. And of course, if you use widgets, let's say, you can always just re-enable the open and hover section yet again, the notifications and show badges on the taskbar, and you can also select to open up the Discover or the Microsoft Start Feed option whenever you launch the widgets experience. But overall, I think this is really nice, and this is yet again a message by Microsoft that is saying we are listening to users and we want to make Windows 11 less bloated and less distracting with all these ads. Related to the File Explorer, we also have some new improvements. For example, Microsoft eliminated a gray flash on load and unexpected scrolling to the top of the home page in certain cases. They have also cleaned up the favorite section, so OneDrive files no longer appear duplicated in some cases, and they've also sharpened file thumbnails in the recommended section if you have it on the homepage, so they are crisper and easier to read. Microsoft is also updating the run experience. We now have some new visuals for the run box. I've showed it to you in the previous build, but right now Microsoft has officially announced this change, and this update basically introduces some updated visuals in a cleaner interface with new controls that make it easier to manage the experience from within settings. And basically it works the same as it did before. You can simply just type in a command and use the run box to just go ahead and run certain things, as easy as that. And also, if you don't have this automatically enabled, you can check some of my previous videos that I've done in which I showed you how to enable this. But in addition to that, you're also going to have to go to settings, system, and then in the advanced section here you're going to have the option run dialog. Use the modern run dialog when pressing Win+R. So this way this old run box will be replaced by the new modern run box, which is this one, and it looks really nice in my opinion. Also in this build, Microsoft has improved Windows Share, and Microsoft is announcing that the Windows Share sheet has got smarter for the AD users. You can now discover and install relevant apps right where you share. No need to jump to the Microsoft Store or interrupt your flow. And Microsoft is also adding a new option inside settings, then system, and then in the share section you're going to notice that we have this option, show me suggested apps and share surfaces, and you can disable this off. Basically, Microsoft will recommend certain Microsoft Store apps and verified apps in the share section, but you can turn that off if you want to do so directly from this section. There are also some changes to Windows Magnifier. Magnifier now gives you more control over how you zoom, and basically you can now type an exact zoom percentage directly in the Magnifier toolbar to get the zoom level that you want right here. Or you have this settings section where you have certain presets, and here you have a lot of different presets. For example, Microsoft added some smaller presets that allows you to increment or decrease the zoom level, and you can basically jump to common levels in a single click. And of course you have other options here such as the speed and so on, and you can play around with those if you're using the Windows Magnifier tool. Also inside settings, system, and then storage, Microsoft has updated the dialog when creating a new dev drive. So if we're going to go to advanced storage settings and then disks and volumes, and then we want to create a new dev drive and then select a new VHD, you're going to notice that this dialog is now updated so that it can specify the size in gigabytes instead of only megabytes. And this has also been added whenever you're changing the size of volumes under settings, system, and then storage. This is pretty useful. In addition addition to all of these, Microsoft has also brought some updates to the Feedback Hub app. So first of all, Microsoft has announced that we have a generally improved reliability. There are also more tweaks to improve general design fit and finish, accessibility and location. The community feedback section for non-English users now allows you to switch view to English if you'd prefer, and also collection titles and official responses will now be automatically translated in top languages. The file upload limit when submitting feedback is now back up to 500 megabytes, and they have also improved the upvote and comment count accuracy for feedback. This is actually pretty good, and here this is the go-to app if you want to share feedback. If you find an issue or a bug in Windows 11, you can quickly send a feedback through the Feedback Hub. Some other small changes, for example, if you are seeing a large number of API set events in the event viewer after the latest Insider builds, that should no longer occur after today's build. Also, Task Scheduler will now persist column with adjustments in task list view across sessions, and Microsoft has also fixed the accuracy of CPU speed display on the performance page of Task Manager for VMs after resume from Hibernate, so it doesn't sometimes show unexpectedly high unrealistic numbers. And we also have some hints from Phantom of Earth on Twitter or X.com, the go-to guy for hidden things, especially in these latest Insider builds. He's stating that the Microsoft Windows Client File EXP, or the modern File Explorer resources, had a bunch of strings for deleted file properties added to it in the recent Insider builds, the same strings in the existing deleted file properties dialog, and this could be a hint that the file properties dialog could be rebuilt in WinUI 3. That should be a really nice change if Microsoft ends up doing it. We also have some known issues in this build because, of course, we are on a Insider build on the experimental channel. It is highly unstable, but pretty stable if you ask me. We have some Windows Insider program settings issues. For example, users who enable the release preview toggle may notice it does not allow release preview to be selected. If this is the case, you just have to exit out of the Windows Insider program settings and just come back, as easy as that. And also related to feature flags, insiders who use feature flags to enable the new Windows Insider program experience, which is this one, may see the feature state incorrectly marked as current. However, changing state and applying changes will work as expected. In this case, I don't have this bug or issue, but it is still good to know that it can occur. So this is basically the latest Windows 11 Insider preview build for the experimental channel. The old dev channel, as I've said, Microsoft has completely revamped the Windows Insider program. Also on this channel, I'm gonna redo all my playlists. The old playlists will still be there, but I'm gonna make new playlists for the new experimental channel so that you know in depth everything that is going on and where each build goes into. As always, more information about this build will be in the article below in the video's description or on the official Microsoft blog post. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave a like below and also subscribe to the TechBased channel with the notification bell activated so that you won't miss any future uploads like this one. I was Emmanuel from TechBased. Until next time, have a nice day.